Hello, this is Barbara. Today we begin our journey through the tarot deck, and there's 78 cards in the tarot deck, starting with the Fool, which is the card we're going to concentrate on today. The tarot dates back to 1400s Italy. It was named Tarocchi, and it was renamed tarot in France in the 1800s. Like I said, there's 78 cards, 22 of which are major arcana cards, 56 are minor arcana cards. The minor arcana is similar to regular playing cards, except they have an additional card called the Page that comes right before the Knight. The suits are different, like hearts or cups. They represent the emotional side. That's the energy you're reading when you read cups. It could mean love. It could mean different things. And pentacles, of course, means money, earthly matters. Wands means something you're passionate about, movement. And then there are swords, which is your thought world. Everything's in the mind. And you'll see as we cover those suits, we'll go through what each one means. But we're starting with the major arcana. In cards, there's a lot of symbology. It's colors, it's what's in the backdrop. Is there a foreboding backdrop, or is there a bright backdrop like the Fool? That's why this is a positive card. It's read as a positive card. There are many negative cards in the tarot, but the Fool isn't one of them, unless it's read in reverse, and we'll go through that. The colors, there's an animal on this card, what the characters are holding, what's around them. And so the best way to do this is focus on each card and what you see in it too. First impressions are really important. In fact, they say when you buy a tarot deck, and there's many tarot decks. This is the Rider-Waite tarot deck. I like working with this because this is what I consider an original tarot deck. And I just have worked with it a lot. So I know what each card means. It's different for each reading, and it's different in each position. Like if you do a Celtic cross, there's recent past, there's future, what's coming in. So it's just different, and we'll go through that. I'm going to focus on one card per reading. So let's start with the journey of the Fool. And the Fool card is representing you, or who you're reading, going through this journey of life. And let me just read you this. So, as the Fool travels, he meets 21 archetypes, and that's the other cards in the major arcana, and experiences each energy. Each has an influence on his spiritual growth. And the Fool is really going through an enlightenment in life. It represents a new journey. It represents, let's just say you're graduating from high school, and you're going to college, you're leaving your single life and getting married, you're moving somewhere, and you're starting a new job. A lot of this, they're all new beginnings. The Fool is usually a new beginning. The Fool is numbered 0 in modern decks. However, for long periods in history, he also had no number associated with him at all. Some believe that is because he's the character experiencing this journey, as I said. He represents who you're reading, or you, if you're reading for yourself. We meet the journey as he's just beginning. As you see in this card, he's just trotting along, skipping in fact. He's got his faithful dog next to him. He's dressed in festive garb, which means he's happy about where he's going. He's passionate. He's got red underneath. He's passionate and open to this new journey. He's got whatever he has in this little knapsack is what he's taking with him. And it could be an expandable universe. I always see this as an expandable universe, but what it really is the lessons from his last journey. That's all he's taking with him. He's traveling light. He's happy. The background depicts the sun on his journey. He has spirit with him. He's on a cliff, and we'll get into that. The Fool is not only prepared to start this journey, but he is filled with excitement, innocence, eagerness, and wonder. It is suggested here that the to start this any journey requires this energy, spirit, energy, and curiosity of a child. The Fool has collected all of his belongings, fitting in one small pouch, which is here. He blissfully follows a path, not concentrating on any risks. He's not thinking, he's got the attitude of what could go right, not what could go wrong. The Fool is unaware of any hardships that he will face on his upcoming adventure. The Fool is associated with the number 0, so it is implied that he is empty, wanting substance. He wants to learn more in this phase, and you have to be open to it, and that's what the Fool is, open to a new life. He is innocent and optimistic. But let's get into also the symbology on this card. The dog is an important symbol on this card. Dogs have been man's companion for thousands of years. So what is this dog representing here? In some decks, the dog is trying to warn the Fool of his impending doom. But this dog is having fun. He's not in the least bit worried, and that there's a huge drop in front of him. He's ready to skip along wherever his master goes. This is another clue that the prospect of destruction is not in this card. Why would the Fool, with his journey ahead of him, choose to end it all before it starts? The Fool is carrying a stick, or maybe this is a wand or staff. The suit of wands is connected to power, inspiration, action, and passion. He doesn't wield it as a weapon or in self-defense. He obviously not on a power trip of any kind. He merely uses it to carry his belongings. To him, it's nothing more than a useful tool. His worldly goods are tied up in a handkerchief. There can't be much in there. There is speculation that he carries the 3 other symbols of the minor arcana, a cup, a knife to represent a sword, and a coin. This may be so, but again, we don't know. I would surmise that whatever it is, the loss of these things would not cause the Fool more than a momentary pang of dismay. In his right hand, he has a white rose, the symbol of innocence and purity, which emphasizes the unsullied nature of the Fool. His clothes are bright and covered in symbols. There is much discussion about the nature and meaning of these symbols in the tarot world. I prefer to think that the Fool cares not a jot about what he wears and chooses his tunic, but just because it caught his attention. So he's happy, he's dressed in something he really loves, and he's going on another journey. Another thing in tarot, you want to look at the background, and this says the distant mountains represents a mystical journey, which in fact refers to the Fool's journey and a spiritual journey. Man has always yearned to ascend to the mountains, and there's mountains, so he's going higher. He's going higher. He will experience a revelation, enlightenment, or direct communication from his deity. In essence, the Fool is a blank sheet. He has no consciousness as we perceive it because he has yet to become aware of himself. He has no past. He has learned no lessons. He has no experience of anything. So I don't know if I agree with this. I think that depending on the age of the person that you're doing a reading for, they've had many Fool's journeys. He represents pure energy, an extension of God or source or all that is. He has no opinion or judgment because he has no ego. His task is to become aware, to experience, and ultimately throw off the ego to become pure once more. So in a reading, depending on where this card falls, let's say it falls in the beginning, and it means that you're going on a journey. If it falls in the past, it means that the person just started a new journey. If it falls, of course, in the future, it means that you're going to be going on a journey. And it depends on the cards around it. If there's negative cards around it, or if this is it comes up reversed, which I do read reversals in this tarot deck, it means you're being foolish. Maybe you shouldn't go on this journey. Maybe you need to do more research. And like I said, it depends on what cards are around the Fool card. So basically, if it comes up in a reading, it means that this person, if it ends up this direction, you're beginning a new journey, or you will begin a journey, or you just started a new journey, and it's positive. And like I said, depending on the cards that are around it. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this reading. And join me next week when we go into the Magician card, which is number 1, which means manifestation. And you have all the tools to manifest. The Fool is manifesting his next steps in his journey. Thank you for listening. Namaste. Bless you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.